Hey, this is your girl, Anointing, on Facebook and seeing it all knowing on YouTube. Come on in, come on in. Let me just talk to you for a minute. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Please consider subscribing by hitting that by hitting the subscription and going up and hitting the bell, so every time I come live, you'll be notified. Please give me a thumbs up when you come in. Please give me the thumbs up. Or if you don't like it, you can give a thumbs down. But this is your girl saying it all knowing, and back with another video. I'm going to let some of you all come in, and I want to say happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to you and your family. Please be safe as you kind of wind down things or whatever, and you're getting ready to go home. Be safe. Just be safe. The most important thing is to get back home. Hey, Miss Sharon, hello, hello. Hey, Miss Rhonda, I'm here. I hear you, girl. So, what I want to talk about, hey, Miss Charlene, and I'm not going to be on here long, but I want to talk about, the woman allegedly who said that she was hit with a brick in the face because she didn't give out a number. Well, if you go do a little bit more researching on it, you'll find out or see to where, hey, Miss Diane, to where she kind of conducts herself different ways, to where on a video she was showing slapping men around and slapping them in their face. Hey, Miss Marcia. And so, I don't know. I didn't look at it that much or whatever, but when I looked at that video, I was like, okay. So that's why I said allegedly. And she said that a lot of other guys, hey, Miss Yvette, a lot of other guys were standing around, hey, Miss Joanne, that they were standing around and they didn't do anything. But if you can conduct yourself a certain way and you're going to go around and you're going to put your hand on, people. See, that's why I said, when I first saw it yesterday, I was like, I ain't fit to say nothing about it. I'm not going to, And then just something caught my eye today about it. And I started looking, hey, Miss Shirley, I started looking at it today and I said, maybe that could have been it. She said the man didn't do anything, just walked off. But if you're known to put your hand on somebody, people don't just come to your defense. And I brought this up because I know I always say, hey, Miss Charlene, thank you, honey. I always say men, but there are women who go around and try to jump on the man. And sometimes they have to defend themselves. I'm never going to tell them not to defend themselves. Nobody should be assaulted by anybody. Hello, Miss Grace. So, she was doing all that. And, of course, I'm sure, there'll be some updates. I'm sure some YouTubers going to pick it up. But, I just, I look at the whole story. That's why I didn't bring you all that one about the miss one. I brought it. Yeah, but a lot of women don't think that, Miss Joanne. They think that they can just put their hand on these men. And they're not going to do nothing. No, don't nobody want to be slapped in their face. Don't nobody want to be mistreated. Everybody want to be treated good. And so I tell women, stop putting your hand on that man. Stop jumping on him. Because as soon as he jumped back and he started jumping on you, you're going to want to put him in jail. And you've been doing it for a year. So, if you don't want nobody touching you, don't touch them. That's one thing I ain't going to do. I'm not going to put my hands on you, but don't you put your hands on me. Yeah, Miss Marcia, I've never had to deal with any of that. Never. So, right, I never had to deal with it, but that's one thing that my father and mother taught us. Don't put your hand on these men. Don't touch them. Don't even go with them being aggressive. Yes, they're worse. They are. They're very worse. They're worse. And so I don't do that. Even if I am, I make sure I got some distance in between me and the person. I'm not going to go up in their face, and I don't want them coming up in mine. Don't come in my space. I'm not going to come in yours. But, and that's what I tell women. I said, 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to be able to beat the man. You're just not. That's right. You're not going to be able to beat them. They're probably overpowering us. I'm short. Yeah, keep your hands to yourself. I'm like 5'3". Both of my husbands were much taller than me. So I wasn't going to put my hands on them and thinking that, because I didn't want them putting their hand on me. And I wasn't going to allow them to put their hands on me. But it was never going to be said, oh, I did it out of defense of myself. Nah. And I don't do that playing. You know how people get there and talk about we play fighting? I don't do that playing. I don't do nothing with play fighting, because if somebody get hit too hard or whatever, you're going to get mad. So I don't do that. I don't do the play fighting. I don't do the play joking. I don't do any of that. And I just have learned, if you keep yourself out of those situations, things won't happen. But if you continue to indulge into that, somebody usually gets mad. Well, maybe I won't say that. Maybe I won't talk about that. Maybe I won't. No, I won't talk about that. Maybe because that's going to go into a whole nother thing. And it's about relationships. Be careful what you do in relationships. Be careful what you bring in relationships. So you all can kind of know what I'm saying. Be careful what you bring into your bedroom in relationships. So everybody curious and want to try stuff. Don't do that. Let me see what my other one is. That's all I'm going to say about that. Just don't do it. I don't want to talk about that one yet. That's right, Miss Charlene. That's right. Keep your hands to yourself. And I tell my ladies, the ones that I help, because y'all know I help, women who have been abused. And a lot of times I ask questions. I start asking questions and try to see what's going on. And there have been some times where they have just admitted, I slapped him and then he slapped me back. You slapped him first and he slapped you back. But then you're calling, trying to tell everybody that he's abusing you, and you just admitted that you slapped him first. Stuff like that, I try to exit. I do. Because you have already said that you hit him first. What was he supposed to do? I mean, I heard one young lady, she said she tell her son, he's 16, don't hit girls. She said, but she don't want girls hitting him either. Makes sense to me. Y'all got a child. Y'all don't want nobody jumping on them. So don't jump on them. Like they say, keep your hands to yourself. And so this woman, like I said, of course, I'm sure people going to pick it up and I'll have some more details about it. But she was going around not conducting herself. I saw the video because I went to it and I wanted to look at it. And she was going around slapping folk. You ain't going to get hit by it. That just doesn't happen like that. But if people was try to, like I was saying on Facebook, communicate. Communication is the key to everything. You wouldn't have to put your hands on anybody. And checking people's phones every 5 minutes and looking at them, if you got to do that, you got to check their phones, you got to put recorders out, and you got to record them and everything, what do you need with them? Yes, y'all listen. Thank you, Miss Abed. What do you need with them? If you got to check and you got to get in the car and you got to go behind them, or you got to go rent a rental car or borrow a car, what do you need that man or woman for? Ask yourself that, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. And if you don't have the trust, why are you with them anyway? Those are just some things. I don't know why that came out, but it did. Those are just some things that, I think that, people should work on. No relationships are perfect, because we're not perfect people. But we just going to have to watch that. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. And she admitted it. And I was so happy she admitted it. But she didn't think, she just think that you can go jump on these men or whatever and get all up in their face and they not going to do anything. And that's just not true. That's right, Miss Rhonda. Once you lose communication, it is over. And then if you got somebody, you're talking to them and they like abuse alcohol or drugs or something, please don't get in their face when they're using that, because their mind is not of a mind of a sober person that you're used to talking to. The drugs and the alcohol can alter everything. So you just really have to be careful out here, because you just never know. You don't know what people are doing. You don't. And that's what makes things so scary. It does. That's what makes things scary about changing partners, changing mates, and going. It just makes everything. And let me tell y'all what a lot of young people are doing. I wasn't gonna say it, but let me just go ahead and tell y'all. And they wouldn't necessarily raise this way, but some young people, 27, 28, professional, both man, wife, professional. Hey, Miss Harris, Gary, happy Labor Day. And they're thinking that it's okay to fly out, or for the weekend, you leave on a Friday and come back on a Monday to go see somebody else. Oh, you can't? No, you cannot, Ms. Rhonda. You know I know. Jesus, do I not know? But they don't think it's anything wrong with it, y'all. Of course, the parents do, but they don't. And apparently, they have agreed because she go see this man, he go sees this woman. They're friends. Well, she sees 2 different ones, and the husband sees 3 different ones. And somebody said, now, Doc, you don't think they haven't said, well, what they flying out and meeting everybody for the weekend? Come on now. Some things, I told myself I shouldn't have to tell y'all, come on now. And I say, ain't no need of us, and then, one that's doing it walks in. Ain't no need of us, acting like we ain't talked about it. Let's ask them. They can tell us more than anybody. And the response was, what you think, Doc? I said, I know what y'all doing. It ain't me. They the one questioning, because I wouldn't have to ask that. Because if you're making preparations to fly out and stuff, y'all just ain't going to dinner now. And you staying from Friday to Monday or from Thursday to Sunday. And you're just saying that it's okay because you don't want to get bored with one? That's what her mama said too, Miss Joanne. And it don't have a certain face on it, and it doesn't have a certain look on it. No. And not necessarily a money thing either. But they're all educated. And they all have agreed. And they go do it. And when their parents find out, they just tell them the truth and say, yeah. That's how this mother found out. They just told you, they said, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. We have agreed on it. We'll agree before we marry. Miss Joy said, Lord have mercy. So, and of course, the doc don't judge me. I don't judge them, but then I start talking about STDs immediately. If you're going to be out here indulging in this, make sure you're using something. Y'all getting tested regularly, But I don't judge it, but it's not a lifestyle I want. But if that's what they want and they happy doing it, just make sure everybody is kept, because what happens if he gets tired of you or you get tired of him and want to bring somebody else in? You keep bringing people in. It don't work out well, y'all. I'm telling you, it does not work out well. But young people have to kind of see, because I don't know, with this generation, which I'd rather for them to be, over there married, making them decisions and out here harming each other. No, it's not. It's not a marriage. No. No, and I know you're not judging. No, I know you're not. We're just speaking the truth. We're speaking of things that we wasn't used to. We weren't taught to be that way. And I don't understand what man, I was so surprised, because I didn't know what man would go for that. But evidently they are. Sad, but they are, evidently. I don't know. But y'all, I just jumped on here for a few minutes. I may be back later. Thank y'all for always showing up for your girl. Thank you so much. Exactly, Miss Charlene. But I just wanted to come on, just bring another short, quick video. It's Labor Day, and Just trying to get it in. I love y'all. Y'all know I do. I'll see you later up on Facebook. Y'all, this is Seeing and All Knowing. And I'll see you later.